How's it going, guys? So it's been another 2 months, which means I'm here with another manga haul. Yes, I'm still doing manga hauls. I'm still reading manga, and I'm sure you could tell by the title of this video that this isn't the magnanimous manga hauls that YouTubers usually put up, since I am trying to cut back a bit on what I buy. And most of these are gonna be current series that came out during these 2 months, and I only got 2 volumes used at a used bookstore. But let me stop wasting your time and get right into it. First up, I got volume 2 of Kei Sanbei's Erased, and it still comes with these very flimsy sleeves, but I guess CM Press has to cut some corners here and there when they're doing a hardcover, even though the pages inside aren't that good of quality either, except for maybe the two first color pages. The first volume, or the first half of the first volume, was kind of slow. There was a lot of introductions to our main character, but by the second half it really picked up. It really throws you into the story about this guy that sort of has premonitions, sort of time travels. Kind of get the picture, and I'm happy to pick up more of the story. It was getting pretty interesting by the end of the first volume. Next, I have 2 books from the same series. They kind of piled up on me. It's volume 4 and 5 of Welcome to the Ballroom by Tomo Takeuchi, and I think it's considered a sports manga. I think it's more of a teen drama. I don't know. It is a really fun story. I am a big fan of the art style, especially when they're dancing. It gets very dynamic and very fluid. Happy to continue with Welcome to the Ballroom. And I heard that it's getting an anime, or it has an anime already, so I'm sure it'll just become more popular. Next, I have Inuyashiki, volume 7 by Hiroya Oku, the creator of Gantz. And it's been fun. It's been an interesting story. Lots of crazy violence, lots of action. Very much what you would expect from the creator of Gantz, I guess. And I've heard the 10th volume will be the last collected volume of the series. So there you go. 3 volumes away from the end. I do prefer when our main character is this older gentleman. I'm not a big fan of the younger guy, but I don't know, it just happens that way. Next, I have Happiness, volume 4 by Shuzo Oshimi, and I've been a big fan of Happiness. It's probably one of my favorite series that I've been picking up, and this thing is still shrink wrapped because it went from older teen, I believe, to mature. So if the first 3 volumes weren't graphic enough, I'm sure this one gets a little bit crazier. Great series. If you're not reading Happiness, why don't you read Happiness? It's so much fun. And then I have a Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt, volume 3, story and art by Yasuo Otagaki, who is the creator of a Moonlight Mile, I believe. And it feels like Universal Century, but it feels different from other Gundam, I guess, in a way. Otagaki has a way to write a more dramatic story, I guess you could say. It's still a lot of fun. It is different in a way, sort of. And of course, we all know how the One-Year War ends, so there's no surprise here how this is going to conclude. But of course, it gives you the option to root for whoever you want, I guess. I don't know. Then I have a volume 10 of Genshiken by Shimoku Kyo. And this, I believe, is like 3 volumes away from the end as well. I'm a big fan of a Genshiken. The second half, of course, the second season took kind of a very different turn in the story, but it's just as enjoyable. Great characters, lots of weird stuff going on. Anyway, sorry. And that was it for the newer stuff that I bought these last couple months. But then, of course, I went back to the used bookstore and came across this Next World by Osamu Tezuka. This is volume 1 and 2. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe volume 1 and 2 are the only volumes of this series. Is that right? I don't know. I saw these at the bookstore. I figured I don't have enough Tezuka in my collection here. So I went ahead and picked up these 2 volumes. It's very typical of Osamu Tezuka's art. And that was the haul for May and June. Like I said, not a very big haul, but that's all I got. Thank you very much for watching. And I forgot to mention, this video is being brought to you by Sidran Mundet. When no other Sidran will do, have some Mundet.